Hello friends, and welcome back to another gardening video. Today I am going to share how you can easily propagate jade plant, and I am going to share two methods over here. One method I have seen on YouTube being followed. So first I am going to show you that method. For this all you need is an empty plastic container, and you can use a heated nail to make holes in it, or if you have a soldering iron you can use that and make holes all around as I've done over here. And then I'm going to just make the holes a little bit wider, some of them, so that the leaves can be easily put in. And the next step is take some jade plant leaves and small stems. I've removed the leaves from the lower part of the stem, and I'm going to put these leaves and the tiny stems in these holes, and I'm going to fill up all the holes in this manner. Now you can keep these leaves and stems for a few days if you want to let them dry off, but for using this bottle method there is actually no need of doing that step. You can directly use the fresh leaves because the leaves are not going to touch the water directly. After that, fill water in the container in the lower half and cap the container, and keep this in a shaded spot for a couple of days or a week or so. And after a few days, let us see the result. So this is how it looks. And now let's take out the leaves and the little stems to see whether the root formation has happened or not. And in the lower leaves and stems there were longer roots which I could see, and the holes which were near the top of the bottle also had roots, but they were a little bit smaller. So this method surely works, and most of the leaves were giving out roots without getting rotted or any other thing. But it is a little bit difficult to prepare the container, but the results are good. You can see almost each and every jade plant part had given out roots, whether it was the leaf or the stem. This second method is easier. For this all you need is a container full of water, and you can put in the jade leaves after drying it off for a few days. And if you have longer stems, remove the lower leaves and put it in a longer container having water, and keep it in a shaded area for a few days. And a few days later you will see that roots have come out from the leaves and also from the stems. The only disadvantage is that you might have some leaves which might get rotten off. Otherwise this is also a very easy method to propagate jade. And the longer stems also, if kept in water, you can see they have given out a lot of roots and are good enough to be used. Next step is planting these in containers. So over here I am taking a small container and I have added some soil. This is a well drained soil. It has a lot of sand so that the water does not retain, because if you are going to plant the leaves, trying to propagate jade through the leaves, then you have to make sure that the leaves do not get overwatered, otherwise it will just rot off. Now I am going to put some water so that it is easier to plant the leaves, and you can see how the water is getting absorbed. So it is such a good soil mix which is so much nicely draining. Then I made a few holes using this iron thing that I had, and after doing this I'll be planting all the leaves in this tiny container. Propagating jade through the leaf method takes a little bit longer, because from the leaves it takes a little bit time for the plant to actually grow. So using stem cuttings is always easier. But if you wish to have lots of plants and you don't have that many stems, then you can definitely grow them from the leaves. So in this manner I am trying to put the roots inside and keeping the leaves out from the soil. So very lightly I am going to tap the soil all around the leaf. And this will take a few months for the plants to actually grow. So after putting in all the leaves, I have to water it whenever the soil is dry and keep it in a semi-shaded area, and the plants will form. Now for the longer ones, you can directly plant them in the containers that you want. So over here I have planted some in a small container and the remaining I have planted in a larger pot, and soon I'll be having lots of jade plants and you can use them to create topiary or any other beautiful structure that you want. So these were the two methods to propagate jade plant, even though both were using water as the medium, but the technique was a little bit different. Personally for me, I find method number 2 to be easier to do. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and thanks for watching.